In this video, we are going to further analyze the velocity of a particle during a projectile motion. Now, we have already studied that if there is a projectile motion like this on x and y axis, that if the body is projected in this way with some initial velocity u at an angle alpha with the horizontal, then its velocity u can be divided into two parts along horizontal component, which will be u cos alpha, and vertical component, which will be u sin alpha. Now we know that u cos alpha is going to remain constant for the entire journey because there is no acceleration in horizontal direction, but in vertical direction we know that acceleration due to gravity is in downward direction. So while this remains constant, we can write in x direction u cos alpha remains constant, but in y direction u sin alpha decreases while upward motion, because while going upward the u sin alpha is facing a deceleration in the downward direction, so it is going to go upward up to a height which is the maximum height of this projectile, and from here it will return, and in the return journey it will be accelerated. So u sin alpha will first decreases while upward motion, and then it increases in downward motion. Now if let us say that there is a point during this motion, let us say at this point, this is your point P, and at this point the velocity is given by this vector. Let us say that this is a vector v with which the velocity is given at point P. Then this velocity will make certain angle with the horizontal. Let us say that this is theta. Then according to resolution of vectors, we can again divide v into two rectangular components, and this will be v cos theta, the horizontal component will be v cos theta, and the vertical component will be v sin theta. Now as we know that the horizontal component of the velocity remains constant throughout the journey, that means the initial horizontal component u cos alpha is going to remain constant for the entire journey. That means v cos theta should be equal to u cos alpha. So let us say that at time t on point P, velocity vector is v at angle theta with horizontal. Then along x direction we will have v cos theta, which will be equal to u cos alpha. Let this be our first equation. And along y direction, now in y direction what will happen is the v sin theta is at the point till where the body has faced an acceleration of minus g. So that means if the body started in upward direction with the initial velocity u sin alpha and deceleration g, then at this point the vertical velocity is v sin theta. So by first equation of motion v equals to u plus at, we can write the final velocity which is at point P. The final velocity is v sin theta, and this is equal to u, which is the initial velocity, so u sin alpha minus g into t. You can write here that this came from v equals to u plus at, the first equation of motion we are writing this. So that means if we write in the vector form, then velocity at any time t at any point, whether it is this point or any point on the trajectory at any time t, the velocity can be given by vector equation u cos alpha This is the horizontal component, so I cap plus u sine alpha minus gt, which is the vertical component, so that means it will be j cap. So this will be our velocity at any time. Now if we need to find out the magnitude of this velocity, then we can use the formula. We have x and y components which are rectangular components, so we know that the resultant of rectangular components is x square plus y square. So x square here will be square of u cos alpha plus u sin alpha minus gt whole square. So if we calculate this, we are going to get the magnitude of the velocity at any time t. Similarly, we can find the direction also, which will be given by tan theta equals to u sin alpha minus gt upon u cos alpha. So this way we can find out the velocity at any point on the projectile motion.